This is the S&P 500 SPDR ETF SPY one-day reading for November 20th, 2024. It's currently October 13th, 2024, 7:11 p.m. Eastern Time. SPY at the time of this reading is $579.58 USD. The shuffle video for the November 20th reading was created on October 3rd, 2024 at 1:46 p.m. Eastern Time. In this video, we're going to go over the overall trend direction for the day. We're going to talk about the chart behavior around the day's highest high and the chart behavior around the day's lowest low, as well as the general timing down to roughly about an hour as far as where they are throughout the day. And then we're going to get into where the best trades are and the chart behavior by the hour, basically. You have to give it plus or minus an hour here or there of wiggle room, and not in all readings, in a few readings here or there. But always pay attention to the sequence of events, because that will keep you on track if we are plus or minus a little bit here or there on the timing. The overall theme of behavior for the 20th, the futility card indicating out of scary chart behavior, there's a big move to the upside. Usually it's like surprising, even in the face of seemingly overwhelming headwinds. It's kind of like the opposite of the disappointment card almost. The disappointment card is like you expect to go higher, you turn around, decline. The futility card is like you expect to go lower, you turn around and rally. Behavior around the highest side, we have an important price level on a multi-day scale where we'll establish support, at least temporarily, and we'll look at that in more detail. Behavior around the lowest low. The love card in the low significator position usually indicates that we'll see the low twice. You have a rally out of the low, breaking through key resistance, you stay above that resistance briefly, and then you break back down through that price level shortly thereafter with a full retracement back into a low. I'm advised to trade around a brief peak that's easily missed, followed by a decline through multiple support levels. Yeah, so we open higher in the pre-market. There's a resistance level on a multi-day scale that's highlighted in the pre-market, and usually when you see the Ace of Swords, it's a resistance that you'll decline from and then return to in not too distant future, providing a good entry and exit for trades. The double X in a lot of cases indicating a low as well, so it looks like we probably have this brief peak either in the pre-market or right at the open that we sell off from through multiple support levels into a trough. All right, so if I'm looking to close shorts, if I open up shorts on the 19th, with looking more detailed or more closely at the 20th, might be a little risky, but if that's what you did, I would say wait for this opportunity that takes place around 10 o'clock after a sharp drop. We have a failed attempt at key resistance, then a sharp drop into a low. And then between roughly 10 and 11, a period of volatility and another sharp drop within that period of volatility that'll really stand out. Okay, so out of the low there, out of that sharp drop into a low around 10 o'clock, there should be a really big move that really stands out on a multi-day scale, or at least a one-day scale, a big move out of the low, taking us into a high for the day where we do sideways rotation somewhere between roughly 11 and 12 o'clock. And then that crest, that high, creates a crest that we sell off from down to and through support. We do a U-shaped reversal below that support, come back and reuse it as support, and there's a low or trough in there between 12 and 2 o'clock, probably closer to 2, but the decline into that low offering opportunity to open up a long position or close a short position. We'll look at that in more detail towards the end of this reading. In the 2 to 3 o'clock hour, there's also probably another big move out of that low, another big move standing out on a one-day chart scale minimum, and then into volatility between roughly 2 and 3. Volatility ends with a fast sudden move higher, and then in the last hour, we have a lot of volatility and price swinging going on, possibly a breakout around the close or in the post market. All right, so depending on if we open higher or lower, this may be opportunity to close out of longs right at the open of the day, because we open higher most likely in the pre-market. There's that decline, right? So at that key resistance, if you can catch it, you close longs, open up shorts, and then anything below that, look for a sharp drop, but anything below that resistance in the pre-market is going to be a price level that at some point will make you money, most likely if you open up a long position. So just open up partials on the way down in the midst of that sharp drop in the first half hour to hour and a half, but probably first half hour. Be careful, because there's a huge move to the upside. So you don't want to miss out on that out of the first low. A huge move to the outside, taking us to a high where we break through resistance, we stay above it briefly, rotate sideways at the highs, and then we break back down through that shortly thereafter back into lows. When we see that resistance that we break through momentarily, it's probably the resistance from the pre-market, most likely. I would say close out the longs, opened at price levels lower than that. And then in the midst of the decline there between 12 and 2 o'clock, probably closer to 2, you would open up probably like 1:30ish, open up a long position, which most likely you could hold overnight with a higher open. And if we're lower than the highs at the end of the day, which may be the case, if we're lower than the highs at the end of the day, then it's likely that we're opening at those highs here, those same highs, price level here. We'll look at that in more detail when we progress into the reading for the 21st. And that's SPY for November 20th, 2024. Let me know what you think by hitting that like button. As always, make sure to follow that rule of karma. You know where to go, you know what to do. Blessings to all my angel investors. I'll see you on the next one.